Hello, good morning. Aquino Davis here from SME Digital, and I want to welcome you to this morning's uh, workshop, Becoming an Entrepreneur. This workshop is delivered uh, by SME Digital, and it's meant to target new and upcoming entrepreneurs. So let's get going. Becoming an entrepreneur, we're going to focus on developing the essential skills and mindset for entrepreneurial success. So just a bit of a workshop overview. We will be trying to get this webinar done in 2 hours. You will dive into entrepreneurship from learning foundational mindset to attaining and sustaining long-term success. It is my hope that you will gain knowledge and the confidence to kickstart your venture through interactive sessions, real world case studies, and actionable insights. So, a bit about me, your facilitator. Well, I am Aquino Davis. I consider myself a business and construction management professional, an entrepreneur, consultant, an agriculturalist, author, and a podcaster. In terms of my professional life, I am the founder and entrepreneur of SME Digital, a small market garden I call Urban Fresh Farms, and Aquino Davis Services, which is my construction and um, consulting and services practice. My professional qualifications include an MBA, a master's in business administration, I have a postgraduate diploma in executive management, also a postgraduate diploma in finance and risk management, which I am completing at this time. I have an executive diploma in operations and project management, a postgraduate certificate in facilities management. I have a diploma in environment, health, and safety management, a diploma in civil engineering. I'm a certified project officer with the Institute of Project Management, and I am Scrum Fundamentals certified. So, what are we going to be focusing on today? Today's webinar will look at laying the foundation, which is understanding the entrepreneurial mindset, identifying the traits of successful entrepreneurs, validating your ideas, cultivating a growth mindset. Uh, Topic two, or part two, will include launching your venture, crafting a compelling business plan. We'll be looking at navigating funding options, building a strong brand identity, effective market campaigns. Part three, we will focus on growing your business, where we would look at strategic operations, customer retention, fostering innovation, scaling strategies. And in part four, we would look at sustaining success, which is fostering a culture of innovation and creativity, the power of effective networking, ethical brand management, and embracing sustainability. So let's get started on what I call ground zero. And ground zero is really identifying who is an entrepreneur. So, who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur identifies opportunities and take calculated risks. An entrepreneur creates value through innovative business ventures. They possess vision, creativity, and resilience. They're driven by a passion to address unmet needs or solve problems. Entrepreneurs are instrumental in driving economic growth and job creation. An entrepreneur leads a startup or startups, established companies, or impact initiatives. So let me say that again. An entrepreneur is someone who leads startups, established companies, or impact initiatives. And finally, an entrepreneur contributes to societal progress through entrepreneurship. In a nutshell, if you can identify opportunities, take calculated risk to create value through innovative ventures, if you possess vision, creativity, resilience, and you're driven by a passion to address needs of persons and to solve problems, if you become instrumental in driving economic growth and job creation and leading startups or established companies or other impactful ventures, and you contribute to societal progress, you are an entrepreneur. So now that we have an understanding of what an entrepreneur is or who an entrepreneur is, let us now dive into part one, laying the foundation. So in part one, laying the foundation, we would let us look at treating and with discovering the entrepreneurial mindset, traits of us of successful entrepreneurs, cultivating a growth mindset, and validating your ideas through concepts to market fit. So discovering the entrepreneurial mindset. This requires unlocking the power within yourself. So the journey of entrepreneurship begins with the right mindset. It's more important than just a business venture. You have to have a mindset that embraces challenges as opportunities. And you have to be fueled by creativity, have some determination, and a hunger for innovation. All right. A successful entrepreneur will approach obstacles with a unique perspective, and they would most times convert apparent setbacks into a stepping stone towards success. An entrepreneur must possess specific or successful traits of a successful entrepreneur, right? And this um, is more or less the unveiling of the blueprint for the success of that entrepreneur. So, an entrepreneur um, must have traits like resilience, adaptability, creativity, and a passion for continuous learning. Entrepreneurs are not born, they're made through a combination of essential traits, right? And these qualities serve as a blueprint for navigating the changing landscape of entrepreneurship. You must also have the capacity to cultivate a growth mindset. And what cultivating a growth mindset means is basically nurturing your potential. A growth mindset is the cornerstone of an entrepreneur's journey. It is the foundation of which you would build your entrepreneurship journey. Right? It is the belief that challenges are opportunities, as we mentioned before, opportunities for growth, and failures are stepping stones to learning. Right? You must also have dedication, which is the improvement that leads to mastery. So cultivating a growth mindset also empowers you, right? It empowers you to embrace change and to seek knowledge and innovate fearlessly. So let's look at validating your ideas. And to validating your ideas, you are basically turning your vision into a reality. Right? Every successful venture begins with a solid idea, but how do you know if your idea has potential? Validating your ideas involves rigorous research and analysis, right? And it means you have to understand your market, identify pain points, and craft solutions that resonate with your target audience, right? By validating your ideas, you would increase the likelihood of building something valuable and sustainable. And many times people start on this entrepreneurship journey or they start a business and they have not validated their idea. They have not tested it with people who might be interested in the service. So you like something because you like something, you start a business, right? But you haven't validated the idea. It might be an idea that is before its time. It might be an idea that doesn't suit your environment or culture. And quite frankly, it might just be an idea that nobody's interested in or somebody's already doing it better than you are now starting to do it. So validating your ideas, in other words, turning your vision into reality requires you to validate your ideas through research and analysis. And the concept to market fit. This is basically finding your niche, right? Creating a product or service that meets a real need, as I stressed before, is key to success. And your concept to market fit involves refining your offering until it aligns perfectly with your target audience demands, right? Refining your offering until it perfectly meets with your target audience demands. Let me say it again. Concept to market fit involves refining your offering until it aligns perfectly with your target audience demands. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you have to wait until you have the perfect offering to bring it to market, but you want to make sure that you have a concept that is fit for market, a concept that doesn't um, that doesn't fail initially. It's something that you can begin to sell and you can continuously iterate on, but the concept must be right. The concept must be what the market need and want, right? It's about understanding your customers, adapting to their preferences, and ensuring that what you're offering solves their problems. So let's move on to part two. Part two is launching your venture. And at this stage, you will be required to craft a compelling business plan, navigate funding options because you want to fund the idea now, building a strong brand identity, and to effectively market your venture. Crafting a compelling business plan is building the blueprint for success. Right? A business plan is the foundation of your entrepreneurial journey. It outlines your vision, your goals, your target audience, and the strategies for growth. Crafting a compelling business plan also ensures that you have a clear roadmap to follow, and it helps you communicate your ideas effectively to your stakeholders. Who are your stakeholders? Your stakeholders will include investors, your partners, your lenders, your staff, and even your target customers. And what is the business plan? By definition, a business plan is a written document that outlines the goals and objectives, strategies, and financial projections of a business. It serves as a roadmap for the business owner, providing a comprehensive overview of the company's current status and future direction. A business plan is important and crucial for both new startups and existing businesses, right? It helps the business owner, the entrepreneur, clarify their business needs. It helps them identify potential challenges and opportunities and develop a strategic approach to achieve their goals. Additionally, a well crafted business plan can attract the investors that you need, secure the financing, and guide the overall management of the business. The components of a business plan. So, a business plan will consist of an executive summary, right? This section usually provides an overview of the business, right? Its mission, its unique value proposition, um, certain aspects of the funding, certain aspects of the management. It's basically after you've written your business plan, you then you're then able to create this executive summary. So it's usually the last part that is written in the business plan, but it is the first part that appears in the business plan presentation. So let me clarify again. Let me repeat that. The executive summary is written last because it is a summary of the business plan. It incorporates all other aspects of the business plan, and it is presented first in the business plan layout. So that if you presenting your business plan to a stakeholder, basically they should be able to read the executive summary, which should be no longer than a page, right? They read the executive summary and they're able to capture everything about your business in that executive summary, right? So the second part will consist of a company description. So in the company description, you're outlining your company structure, your products and services, your target market, and your competitive advantage. Your market analysis. This section is where you present the analysis of the industry, your target market, your competitors. You want to highlight market trends and needs, and you also want to highlight the market potential. The fourth section of the business plan ideally should be organization and management. And in this section, you want to describe the organizational structure of your business. You want to highlight your key team members, their roles, responsibilities, whatever expertise they bring to the business, right? You want to bring that through in this section, organization and management within the business plan. The fifth section would detail your product and service lines. So this section detail features, benefits, uniqueness of products and services that you intend to offer through the business. Continuing on, your business plan will also consist of marketing and sales strategy, where you would outline your marketing and your sales approach, right? You want to include things like pricing strategy, distribution channels, the promotional activities, and your customer acquisition strategies. How are you going to win customers? How are you going to present to your customers? How are you going to conduct sales? This is the section where you're going to detail and describe those strategies and those steps. The next section of your business plan, I think is the seventh section, should include your financial projections, right? This section would include like your income statements, your balance sheets, your cash flow statements. You want to project financial performance of the business and usually over a specific period of time. So if you're going for funding, usually your bankers, your lenders, your investors, they would want to see projections and plans for maybe 12 months or maybe 3 years, and maybe some maybe even ask for 5 years. The financial projection section is a section where you detail how the business is going to generate money and how it's going to manage that money, how it's going to manage that cash flow. All right. And then the final, well, not the final, but the ninth section would be your funding request. Here is where you make your ask. You make your ask for whatever funding that you're requiring, right? And you also outline how you're going to repay this funding. So it's basically like a loan proposal, right? So this section is where you outline the amount of money you need, the purpose for which you need it, and along with any proposed terms and repayment plan. Then you have the implementation plan, and in it, you'll outline um, the action steps and timelines to execute this business, to execute the launch of this business, and to highlight your defined goals, the achievement of your defined goals. So let's now look at navigating your funding options. And in this section, and the focus is on moving the venture from ideas to investment. This is where you go out to seek funding for your venture, right? So every venture requires funding. I know there's a lot of sayings out there that you don't need money to make money and start where you are. All these things are true in their context, but on the basis of it all, at the base level of it all, at the foundational aspect, right? You must understand that every venture requires funding resources. And that funding could be a few hundreds to a few thousands to a few millions. It depends on your context. But it's important to note that even though some of these anecdotal sayings or experiential sayings may hold true, it's important to remember that every venture requires funding resources. So what are the different types of funding? You have bootstrapping. This is where you bill as you earn. So you don't borrow, you don't take loans, you don't indebt yourself. You develop your product out of pocket, you develop your service out of pocket, and as you sell and you generate revenue, you reinvest into the business. Now, this is usually a longer cycle to achieving profits and larger revenues, but it is probably the safest means because what at the end of it, what you put into the business is what you will reap out of the business, right? And you're not obligated or under any pressure to repay any loans or any investments or to deliver any unreasonable results to any shareholders. So it could be a little less stressful in that regard, but it's also very difficult in terms of having to work to eat. If you don't build the business, you don't reap the reward. So this is one type of funding, that's bootstrapping. Then there are investors, and usually they come in the form of venture capital or angels, right? Venture capital capitalists or venture capital funding is where you have these sums of money usually invested. It's usually a pool of money contributed by investors through a fund manager, and they would inject money into your business based on the potential for a huge payday or a huge return on the investment. This type of capital is very rigorous in terms of screening and how they invest because they expect large returns. So you're usually beholden to this type of an investor. Whereas an angel investor is an individual of high net worth who can afford to invest in your business. But again, just like the venture capitalists, they are also looking for a huge payday or a sizable or meaningful return on their investment. Then you have loans, usually which comes through a financial institution, friends and family, or other loan facilities. They usually lend you based on the evidence and data that your business idea, your business plan is a viable venture, and also against uh, collateral. So financial institutions not going to lend you money for a business unless you can secure it by some means of collateral or a guarantor. Um, and again, you borrow at a higher than usual interest rate, and you have to ensure that your business is successful and generating the revenues to service this loan before anything else in the business. So before you pay yourself, before you reinvest in the business, you're beholden to the financial institution who has your collateral in hand. Then there are grants. Another form of funding is grants. Grants is where you may get a gift, usually from a sponsoring organization or a government agency, um, or through a competition. and you get this money that you don't have to pay back. But finding grant funding is usually a bit difficult, because grant funding, in most cases, um, are targeted towards non-commercial activity. So you're looking at non-governmental organizations, faith-based organizations, community development projects and initiatives. Those kind of entrepreneurial activity will attract grant funding. And uh, finally, but not probably the last type, but for the sake of this presentation, you have accelerators as a type of funding. And an accelerator is basically where you join an umbrella organization whose interest and task is developing and pushing out businesses under their umbrella body. So they fund you, usually for a share in that business, and with the expectation and the hope that your business will become successful. And if your business is successful, then you are through your contract with them, they become part owners of your venture, and they would reap the return on their investment through share ownership and share in your eventual profits. So you have to decide how to present your venture, right, in a way that attracts funding and support based on your goals and needs. So dependent on where you want to take your business, you would identify what type of funding you need. If you want to bootstrap, which is the slowest of all, or if you want to seek investment, whether it's through loans, venture capitalists, angels, uh, or accelerators. So now let us look at building a strong brand identity, which is basically making your mark in the market. So your brand is more than just a logo. Okay, it's a story and the value behind your business. Learning the art of creating a brand identity that resonates with your audience, establishing trust, and sets you apart from the competition is vital, critical. It's important for you to learn how to create that brand identity that resonates with your audience. What are you selling to them? How are you building their trust? Right? What sets you apart from the competition? Building your brand identity is essential to communicating these factors to your audience, right? And you have to be able to craft a compelling narrative that connects with your audience on a deeper level. If you just intend to just push for the sell, right? You just jump out into people's faces with just buy from me, buy this, buy that. That is not going to resonate with this 2023 customer. You have to be able to craft a narrative, a story, a background, build trust, right? Get to know your customer and get your customer to know you, right? All of this is building a strong brand identity. And when you do this, then you resonate um, with your customer, and you have a longer um, staying customer. Your customer is not fleeting, right? It's like any relationship where they trust you and they commit to spending an eternity with you. It's the same thing in business. You build a compelling narrative that connects with your audience on a deeper level, and most times you have a customer who is loyal and um, stays with your brand. So let's discuss effective marketing campaigns, right? And this is how you reach your customer, right? What are effective marketing campaigns? What is marketing? Well, marketing is the bridge between your business and your customers, right? Look at it as that. Imagine you're on one side of a valley, your customer is on the other side. how do two of you meet? How do you get your customers to come to you? And how do you go to your customer? Marketing is that link. Marketing is the bridge. So whatever strategies you create, you have to ensure that they are able to maximize your reach, right? From incorporating digital marketing to social media marketing campaigns, right? Creating that bridge, right? Explore how to convey your value proposition, how to engage your audience, and how to turn curious prospects into loyal customers. That is what marketing is about. And that's what an effective marketing campaign achieves. It allows you to convey your value proposition, it enables you to engage your audience, and in turn, you convert or turn curious prospects into loyal customers. So let's pause for a quick break. Just clear your mind, clear your head a little bit, and we continue. Okay, so we're back in part 3, and we're looking at growing your business. So in order to grow your business, we're going to discuss some strategic operations, customer retention strategies. We're going to look at fostering innovation. We're going to look at scaling strategies, all with the objective of growing your business, what it takes as an entrepreneur to grow your business. So let's look at strategic operations. And through strategic operations, you are looking to establish efficiency and excellence. Right? As your venture gains traction, efficient operations become essential. Right? So you have to now explore strategies for optimizing processes, for managing your resources, and for streamlining workflows. And by implementing strategic operations, you'll position your business for sustainable growth and profitability. So how you manage your workflows, how you manage your processes. If you're manufacturing or making a product, you have to establish standard operating procedures. You have to manage your resources, financial, human, and capital, meaning equipment and plant, right? And of course, streamlining how they all interact in delivering your end product. And when you explore and you define and you highlight these processes, you standardize them, your implementation of strategic operations will position your business for sustainable growth and profitability. And in terms of customer retention strategies, this is all about building lasting relationships, right? You are attempting to acquire customers, and acquiring customers is just the beginning of customer retention strategies. That's just the beginning objective, right? You have to learn the art of retaining customers. And how do you retain customers? You retain customers by delivering exceptional value, right? So I like to see you under promise and over deliver. You under promise and over deliver value, right? And you provide personalized experiences and you ensure consistent communication. Nothing irks a customer more than when they're looking for that customer support and they can't contact you. They can't get in contact with you. You're not responsive. They message you and you take days to respond to a message. These things lose a customer quick. You have to be able to be responsive, to be consistent with your communications, to deliver personalized experience, right? And to deliver exceptional value if you want to retain your customers. Customer loyalty is the cornerstone of long-term success, and you have to learn how to create raving fans, meaning people who will talk about your business to anybody, right? They would recommend your business to people. They will ensure that you get a forward every time, right? That they help promote you, they do your marketing for you basically. And it's free. You don't have to pay for that in the sense of the word, right? Because once they buy from you and they continue to come back, you they become raving fans. They give you free marketing, free publicity, and that's what you want to create for each of your customers. You want to be able to retain them and to convert them into fans of your business. Another aspect of growing your business is fostering innovation. So, what is this fostering innovation about? Fostering innovation is basically a strategy to stay ahead of the curve. How do you keep ahead of your competition? How do you keep ahead of the industry? Right? Innovation is the process of creating, developing, and implementing new ideas, products, services, processes, or methods that bring about improvement or advancements. Innovation is the lifeblood of growth. Your business cannot grow, you cannot grow as an entrepreneur without innovation, without practicing innovation, without developing and learning innovation. Right? Innovation allows you to uncover ways to encourage your team. You have to uncover ways to encourage your team creativity, right? You have to adapt to changing market trends and continuously be evolving your offerings. You can't be, okay, let's take as an example the automotive industry or even the mobile phone industry, which is more applicable. Every year, sometimes twice a year, you have new phone models. Take, for example, the iPhone or the Samsung Galaxy brand, right? Or any other mobile phone brand for that part. Every year they keep innovating. They keep releasing new features. They keep developing new products because that is how you keep ahead of the market. Supposed Apple was waiting 5 years to release new features for their phones. Nobody would be interested in them anymore. The technology will be obsolete by the time they come about to releasing new features, and they will lose market share. So a company like Apple, like Tesla, right, like Toyota, they have myriad releases over the course of a year or 2 years. They are constantly updating and innovating and evolving what they are offering so that they could retain and capture more market and retain the existing customer that they have. And fostering innovation, staying ahead of the curve, also requires you to embrace a culture that values fresh ideas and is unafraid of exploring new possibilities. Now, as an entrepreneur, eventually you would be around people who might have their own ideas of how things should develop. It's your responsibility to nurture those ideas, to create a culture that allows people to express themselves, right? And you shouldn't be afraid of exploring new ideas. No one person has all the knowledge or all the impact. You have to be open to ideas. You have to be able to create and cultivate your team and people around you, right? And to draw inspiration from new things and to explore those possibilities. Fostering innovation is the lifeblood of the growth of your business, of your entrepreneurial venture. And it's important that you understand and you embrace innovation and you embrace the opportunity to be inspired to innovate. What are some scaling strategies? How do you take your venture from local to global, if that is your ambition? Right? Scaling your business involves careful planning and execution. We've seen instances where people try to grow too fast and then they crash because they didn't have the proper support and operational systems in place. So if you're considering scaling strategies, if your ambition and your intention is to go from local to global, or to grow a multi-chain brand, or to grow a big brand, a global brand, or a regional brand, you have to be able to explore different scaling strategies, from expanding into new markets to diversifying your product or service offerings. Right? You must learn how to navigate the challenges of growth while maintaining your core values. Another vital mistake or mishap that takes place when people are scaling their business is that they lose the human touch. They lose the connection. They become so robotic in the pursuit of profits and growth that they lose the connection. And when you lose the connection, your customer moves you. You lose your customers too, because they would have been engaging with you on a particular level. As an entrepreneur, usually your interaction is individual, on your individual. It's personal, it's almost personal, right? And when your business begin to grow, you become less accessible to your customer. How do you maintain that? Right? You have to plan your scaling strategy carefully. It will inform how you communicate with your customer and how you move forward. Right? But what are some challenges of growth? You encounter resource constraints. So you might be growing too fast than you could supply, or that you could get resources to supply your huge growth. So you run into supply chain bottlenecks, right? You can't get the raw materials fast enough to produce based on the demand that you have generated through your scaling announcement. You will also encounter challenges in maintaining quality. Yes. Before, as an entrepreneur, you were producing 10 products in take for example, in my case with my farm, I produce a limited amount of produce. But what if your market demand start to grow? Now you have to turn over produce quicker. You might be harvesting produce before they really necessary, or before they really mature. So now you're selling immature produce into the market. So your quality drops, and customers notice that. Customer notice your quality. If you're a restaurant or food truck and you're selling hot wings, barbecue wings, before, when you had a smaller clientele, you could have offered more wings. Now you're chopping wings in half to make up quantity. The quality drops, right? Another challenge of growth is cash flow management. You're running out of money to buy supplies, to buy raw materials, right? Your cash is being burnt up. And when your cash is being burnt up to satisfy one need, it usually results in the neglect of another area of the business. Talent management. Because you're growing and you're scaling too fast, you might onboard talent or persons that not serving the exact needs of your business. You're not taking time to sift out and to recruit the right people, and then you end up having to fire people, or you, because you're scaling so quickly, you're adding on extra duties to your existing team. they might become burnt out, right? And then you have an attrition where people leave in the business. You can't maintain because they cannot keep up with the pace of production or the pace of operation, right? And your customer retention, we spoke about this a short while ago. How you maintain communication with your customers. You know, when you're scaling, you become less accessible because as an entrepreneur, you start off on a personal level, an intimate level with your customer. They know you know them by name. But when you begin to scale and begin to become invisible, they now feel neglected by you. So how do you transition? What is your strategy for scaling, for transitioning, for growing, for becoming less reachable, less intimate with your customer? And of course, if you're scaling and your process is increasing, you're going to have technology adoption, right? Learning curves in introducing new technologies to manage your business, email list management, right? CRMs, customer relationship management tools, project management tools, all these technology adoptions, um, payment machines, payment tech, website technology, e-commerce, you're going to have to cater for technology adoption and be prepared for that. Okay, so I hope that you understand what is required in part 3, growing your business. It's essential that we understand um, customer retention, fostering innovation, scaling strategies. So now we're looking at sustaining success, where we will discuss fostering a culture of innovation, the power of effective networking, ethical brand management, and embracing sustainability. Fostering a culture of success relies heavily on igniting creativity. All right, so continuing along with innovation, innovation doesn't end after a successful launch, right? It should continue throughout the life of the venture. Nurture an environment that encourages and rewards creativity, right? And learn how to inspire your team to think outside the box and explore new possibilities and to continue to contribute towards continuous growth of your business. Fostering a culture of success requires you to continue the innovation journey, innovation process, creating the right environment that rewards creativity, right? And learning how to inspire your team. Because it's easy for you to get complacent and sit back after you reach a certain level and think you made it. But you always have to remember in entrepreneurship that it's about solving problems. And your way of solving a problem might become old or obsolete or inefficient. Some other entrepreneur coming up might have a better idea of how to solve the same problem that you are solving. You have no monopoly on the problem or the solution to the problem. So you have to continue to foster a culture of success within your business and about your business. Right? So sustaining success also involves the power of effective networking. And this is where you set about to build meaningful connections. Right? Networking is more than just exchanging business cards and phone numbers and contacts. It's about forming valuable relationship. How could I engage with you on a continuous basis? How can I support you? How can we support each other? Right? How we contribute to each other's ecosystem. That's what networking is about. It's about deeper relationship at a business level, right, with a contemporary or um, someone a professional, right? It's important that you discover the art of networking, both online and offline, and how it can open doors to partnerships, collaborations, opportunities that drive the venture forward, right? And different types of networking, the professional networking, business, just online, right? The incubators and accelerators. You can be involved in mentorships, be a part of an advisory board or create an advisory board for your business, right? Networking among investors, among your investors, your vendors, network with your vendors and the suppliers. And let's not forget the social networking, which is a huge part of our lives today. So rather than be on the social media doing foolishness, be creative, be innovative on the social media. Yes, it's a place to personally unwind and stuff, but it's also a place to craft and build meaningful relationships. And those meaningful relationships usually comes with the benefit to your business. Okay. Let's talk about ethical brand management, right? And this is about building trust and integrity, right? You have to understand that your brand's reputation is the most valuable asset that you have, right? Let me repeat that. Your brand reputation is the most valuable asset that you have. And that value is not just an intrinsic value. That value is also a tangible value. There are businesses that sell, right? Sell to new owners, and their brand is worth more than the actual business product offering. You think you could buy anybody could buy Coca-Cola? The Coca-Cola brand is worth more than the business itself. Same thing with Apple, same thing with probably Tesla, same thing with Pepsi. These brands are more valuable. Just the brand is more valuable than the actual business operation. So your brand reputation, right, is more valuable and the most valuable asset that you would build and create over time, right? You have to learn how to manage your brand ethically and transparently, right? Ensuring that your business practices align with your values and resonate with your audience. Now, if you have schemish values, it would show through your business. If you have values of integrity and high character, that will also come through to your business, right? So managing your brand ethically and transparently requires you to build a business that aligns with your practice, with your character, with your values that resonate true to your audience. Right? A strong ethical foundation will strengthen your customer trust and loyalty. Right? And once you strengthen your trust and loyalty with your customer, then you secure your customer retention. We talked about that earlier. And there's nothing more important for me to stress, right? Nothing more important for me to stress than this statement here, which is trust and integrity take years to build, but a single moment to be destroyed. Let's unpack that for a little bit. You always hear people say, nobody see the good that you're doing for years. But the minute you do something bad, they have the worst to say about you. They want to cancel you. They want to destroy you. Right? But you've been a good person or you've been doing good things through your business for years. But the instant you say something out of timing or you do something that's dishonest, immediately it destroys your integrity and the trust that you might have built with your customers. I know about this, and I could tell you reputation repair, building trust and integrity takes years to rebuild. Years. Trust and integrity take years to build up and a single moment to be destroyed. Always keep that in the back of your mind. And finally, in the substance of this webinar, I want to talk about embracing sustainability. So, beyond profit, you must have impactful practices. That's what sustainability is about. Right? Sustainability isn't just about the environment. It's also about the social and economic responsibility. You ever hear about CSR, corporate social responsibility? Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to do with environmental matters. That's an aspect of sustainability. So it isn't just about the environment, it's also about the social and economic responsibility that you will onboard as an entrepreneur. Automatically, you enter into a venture, you adopt a responsibility that you didn't bargain for. It comes with the territory, right? And you have to explore ways to integrate sustainable practices into your business model, making a positive impact on your community, maybe the world, while securing long-term success. Now you have to be careful because we can't save the world. One of the things that I got caught up with when I started my agricultural business, even when I started, started a car wash years ago, and I wanted to be all eco-friendly, right? Eco-friendly and about saving the planet and the environment. But guess what? Those products were extremely expensive. The business wasn't even making the kind of revenue to sustain and support that, right? And I was frustrating myself trying to sell this eco product. But even the market that I was in were not interested in that. Water is near free where I reside in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Electricity is near free. So people were not eco-conscious or environmentally conscious about getting their cars washed. So we have to be careful that we don't take on causes that going to drown us or going to distract us from building a sustainable business. We all can't save the world. We definitely not going to reach the world. We can reach our immediate community. And having an impact on your community is important while securing the success of your business. What are some examples of sustainability in entrepreneurship? We're talking about green product design, right? Your packaging. You probably might want to incorporate paper packaging, which are more easily recyclable than plastics, right? Your supply chain, sustainable supply chain. How do you transport your goods? Are you going to invest in a hybrid vehicle or electric vehicle as opposed to gasoline and diesel? And you sell this as a um, sustainability factor in your marketing, right? Energy efficiency. Is your office running on energy efficient lighting or equipment? Right? How do you tackle waste reduction? Right? And also, key and vital is how do you treat with employee well-being. That is also a factor of sustainability, because if your employees are healthy mentally and physically, emotionally as well, they will be better for your business in the long term, right? You're going to have a longer lasting employee who remains loyal and faithful to your business over time, and who is um, going to contribute more effectively to your business longevity. So, what are some? We've come to the end of the body of this webinar. So let's look at some key takeaways. Yeah. So part 5, we're treating here now with key takeaways. What are some key takeaways? Entrepreneurial mindset matters. Okay. Success begins with the right mindset. It's adaptable, or being adaptable, being resilient and growth oriented, right? Embrace challenges, foster creativity and innovate fearlessly. Traits of success. You have to have traits like adaptability, perseverance, passion. These are traits that define successful entrepreneurs, right? And these qualities are the foundation of navigating the entrepreneurial landscape. Another key takeaway is that the growth mindset is essential. You must be able to embrace setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth. Cultivate a mindset that values continuous improvement and innovation. Idea validation is key. Validate your ideas before launching your business. Understand your audience needs and fine-tune your offering to market fit. In other words, make sure you're launching a product or a service that people want or need. Because you will launch something that nobody wants or need, you'll put a lot of resources and investment into it, and then you would not make money, you will not recover your investment, your business will bust. All right, so idea validation is key. Another key takeaway is crafting a strong business plan. Listen, a well-structured business plan is your roadmap to success. When you clearly outline your vision, your goals, your strategies, and your target audience, you set yourself up for a greater chance of success in your venture. Right? Looking at funding strategies, explore various funding options, from bootstrapping to seeking investors. Present your venture compellingly to attract financial support. Another key takeaway is building a brand identity. A strong brand identity is built on values of storytelling, crafting a narrative that resonates and connects with your audience, right? Carrying out effective marketing campaigns. Remember, marketing bridges the gap between your business and your customers. Remember, we talk about you on one end side of the valley, your customer on the other side of the valley, and marketing is that bridge, right? You have to be able to communicate your value proposition and engage your audiences strategically. Strategic operations drive growth. That's another key takeaway, right? Remember that efficient operations are crucial for sustainable growth. Optimize processes and manage your resources effectively. All these, right, contribute to strategic operations for driving growth. Customer retention builds loyalty. Retaining customers is just as important as acquiring them. Okay, so somebody sign up to something, they purchase from you one time. What next? You have to employ strategies to retain your customers. Continue to offer exceptional value and personalized experiences to foster loyalty, customer loyalty. Embrace innovation. Innovation fuels growth and adaptability, right? Innovation foster by fueling or embracing innovation, foster a culture that encourages creativity and you embrace change. Don't be agnostic to new ideas or ideas from your team or ideas from the people using your product or services. That's called customer feedback, right? You take on board things that make sense and within your capacity to implement, continue and embrace innovation. And of course, scaling thoughtfully. Scaling requires careful planning and execution, right? Expand strategically while maintaining core values and quality. Don't lose touch with your customer. Don't become inaccessible too much. Don't lose touch when you're scaling. Plan properly so that you don't run out of money. You don't create a demand that you can't satisfy. Scaling thoughtfully. Networking power, right? Networking builds valuable connections and opportunities. Engage in meaningful interactions to expand your reach. Practice ethical brand management, right? Manage your brand with integrity and transparency. And build trust and loyalty through ethical business practices. And the final key takeaway is this: sustainability for longevity. Embrace sustainability for social, environmental, and economic impact. Let me say that again. Embrace sustainability for social, environmental, and economic impact. All right. Ensure your business leaves a positive footprint on your world. Make sure your business leave a legacy, right? And the legacy could just be that this business meets my need all the time, right? When someone thirsty, I've seen it happen with me. I've observed it with me before. When I'm thirsty, the first thing I sometimes want to look for is a Coke, a Coca-Cola, and water is readily available. But they have created such an impact that people's first impression and first thought is to run for a Coke when you're thirsty, as opposed to drinking water. And that's because Coca-Cola have, over the years, done so much to craft positive footprint on the world. Whether it's through their Christmas marketing or the CSRs. I'm not saying that the product is, I'm not casting any health aspersions on the product. I'm just saying that they have created such an impact that people's first inclination is to refer to Coke when they're thirsty. And that is legacy. All right. So in conclusion, I want to encourage you that this workshop webinar is just the beginning. What I've communicated to you is just the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey. Right? The path of entrepreneurship is one of continuous learning and growth. Right? I hope that I've sparked an interest in you and that you are now enthused and excited and you understand a little bit more of what it takes right? I encourage you to keep seeking knowledge, keep honing your skills, keep exploring new horizons. All right. Remember that setbacks are part of the journey, and that every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. So I thank you. And now that we have completed the webinar, this webinar workshop, I just want to tell you a little bit about SME Digital and what we offer, what we bring to the table in this entrepreneurial development space. So about SME Digital. SME Digital was founded by me in 2011. And at that time, I was focused on establishing a digital advertising platform for small and medium enterprises. The business peaked in 2013, where we saw our most success financially and infrastructurally. And in 2015, again, because of my experience with scaling and scaling too quickly, we ended up not being a sustainable business. So between 2015 to 2023, the business has been inactive, dormant. And in 2023, on the completion of my master's degree, I ventured to re-establish SME Digital and pivoted from providing advertising to SMEs to provide education and business coaching to entrepreneurs and SMEs, right? And I'm leveraging 22 years of experience in entrepreneurial and professional experience to now bring SME Digital education for entrepreneurs. So what we offer, in a nutshell, we offer a membership learning platform where learners access the platform through a monthly subscription. We offer entrepreneur coaching, providing individualized coaching and accountability program. We also do online courses, a combination of self-paced and live virtual training. And of course, we offer strategic consulting, where we consult on the development of business plans, marketing plans, and operations plans and strategies. So let's go a little deeper. In our platform memberships, we have what we call a beginner entrepreneur membership, which you subscribe to for $30 a month. And this is a membership for new entrepreneurs with only an idea or who are just starting out, right? So there's a free trial of 7 days on the membership platform. And in the beginner membership, you have access to the private members area where you can network with other entrepreneurs. You are able to place a 30-minute business coaching call with me. And this is included in your subscription. Once a month, you get to place a 30-minute business coaching call virtual. You have opportunities to connect and collaborate with other persons in the membership. I offer a 10% discount on live virtual events and programs. And you have access to our library of videos, webinars, our blog, our podcast, and our document library, which would include ebooks, worksheets, different planners. All these resources will be available to you. And of course, you can access the online courses, self-paced and the live virtual, and much more content as I continually build the platform. Likewise, there is the growing entrepreneur membership, which you subscribe for at $50 a month. And this membership is for entrepreneurs already started and who are interested in growing their business. So like the beginner membership, you have access to the private members area. This time you get a 1-hour business coaching call once per month, as opposed to beginner who has a 30-minute call. This 1 hour call, you book virtually, and we do virtual sessions. You schedule at your convenience once a month for 1 hour. And you have, again, opportunities to connect with other members of this package. You get a 15% discount on live virtual events, on programs. You have access to the video library, to the resources library, which include videos, webinars, the blog, a podcast, and a document library. And of course, you have access to our online courses. Then we have our entrepreneur coaching program. I call it the Entrepreneur Launchpad Coaching Program, for which you subscribe for at US $99 a month. Now, this is a 36-week individualized business coaching program for new and growing entrepreneurs. It's a 9-month program where I provide one-on-one coaching, 36 personalized coaching sessions once per week. It's scheduled and is conducted online, virtually. You have workshops and webinars. All right, we engage in interactive workshops and webinars. You have access to our resource library and all our library of tools, ebooks, workbooks, planners, planning guides, business plan templates, marketing plan templates, you name it. You have access to all of our resource library. And there's a peer networking opportunity. There's a specialized group for the entrepreneur coaching clients. So you engage in this peer networking opportunities to connect and collaborate with other participants of the program. And there's accountability and progress tracking with regular check-ins. So it's a 36-week program, 9 months long, where we take you through ideation, through launch, and operations of your business. All right, some of the core business coaching focuses include, as I say, idea validation, business planning, business plan development. Coming out of this program, we're going to help you and work with you to craft a business plan, right? We do a lot of the heavy lifting with you, feasibility studies, your market analysis, all these things. And we help you craft your business plan through in this process. So at the end of this process, you have a business plan that you could take to any financial institution or any investor, right? And sell your business idea for funding. All right. We also help you develop branding and marketing, right? Financial fundamentals. We teach you the basics of financial management for your business, right? Sales and customer acquisition strategies. We work with you to develop those, and we help you build your online presence. That is our website and social media presence. We help you build your online presence, as well as we work with you in creating strategies and capacity for problem solving and decision making. And third service offering through SME Digital, our courses and workshops, and we offer a combination of self-paced online courses as well as live virtual courses and workshops. All right, so we have entrepreneur workshops and online courses, delivery of professional insights through these programs. It's an adaptable learning system, and you, of course, you're welcome into a welcoming community. And finally, we offer strategic consulting. So these services are designed to help you advance your company, your business. All right, we provide customized methods to boost your market positioning, increase productivity, and drive growth. All right, our strategic consulting services include staff training and management training, keynote speaking engagements. You have a function, you want us to come and deliver a keynote based on a topic or theme that you might have established. We are willing to come and deliver a keynote speaking activity. Continuous knowledge development and training, right? We provide data-driven studies and reporting feasibility studies and different types of studies that inform your business. And we develop and write business plans and strategic plans for your ventures. So those are the services and offerings from SME Digital. To contact us if you're interested in our services, you want to engage with me, you can reach out to me via email, info@smedigital.biz, our phone contact. We're based in Trinidad and Tobago, but we service the English-speaking Caribbean, right, and English-speaking Latin America. We are regional in our offering, so our telephone contact 1-868-684-9286, and our website. You visit our website www.smedigital.biz, where you can see and access all of our services. All right, I offer on the website a free discovery quiz where you can test or gauge or measure your entrepreneurial standing, where you are as an entrepreneur. Take the quiz, it's free, and you get a result. And the result will tell you where you are at as an entrepreneur based on the questions that you answer. It's a short quiz. I think it's about 5 or 7 minutes to answer, but you get a measurement of where you are as an entrepreneur. And as a result of that measurement, you are guided as to what um, type of entrepreneur you are, and then we can engage you in terms of a syllabus and a program for business coaching if you want to go that route. All right. You also have on the site, you're able to book a free discovery call with me, a free 30-minute discovery call where you get on and we chat virtually, trying to discover where you are as an entrepreneur, and we make the necessary recommendations for your growth during that free discovery call. So, folks, again, we've come to the end, and I want to sincerely thank you. Thank you for engaging in this webinar workshop with me. I want to express my gratitude for your participation. Your enthusiasm and your dedication is inspiring. I feel energized and excited, and I'm happy that I had the opportunity to present to you. I want to encourage you as you embark on your entrepreneurial journey. Remember that success is not a destination, it's a continuous lifelong pursuit. And I wish you all the best as you unleash your potential and create a lasting impact in the world of entrepreneurship. Thank you.